fuck? The Miss America pageant, if you haven't heard, they're scrapping the evening gown and the swimsuit competition. Okay, so
great idea.
My question to you for the day, what's the purpose of removing these events? Why take away the swimsuits? And someone explain the evening gowns to me. Why remove key defining physical beauty attributes from a beauty pageant?
Some would say it's important.
I think I understand where people are coming from on this, but I don't. Gretchen Carlson, the chair, formerly of the Fox News leg chair, the chairwoman now of the Miss America Board of Directors, announced the event will no longer feature a swimsuit portion, and she said, "We will no longer judge our candidates on their outward physical appearance. The competition will be more inclusive to women of all shapes and sizes. There no longer be judged, no longer swimsuits," which actually, to be said, makes sense if you remember last year's panel of judges. I understand it. Some were uncomfortable, and given last year's trending LGBTQ AAIP silent number S malfunctions, the wardrobe malfunctions were one for the ages.
Oh, gosh.
Inclusive. Here's the thing. I understand that we don't want a culture that continually presents women as sex objects, right?
Right.
We all agree.
We're all on board.
I understand that portion of it. Videos, music videos, if all films, if all radio programs, if everything in the entertainment industry just portrays women as sex, and there was a period where it looked like we were trending that way, yes, I understand that's a problem. And that's also, by the way, why right-wing Christians for decades, they've been wanting parental controls, they've been wanting rating systems because they don't want their kids seeing strippers on billboards or watching someone throw someone over.
Looking at you,
or watching Ricky Martin throw someone belly down and plow him on the Versace show. That can be in prime time on FX. And they go, Christians are so close-minded. But let's get rid of the swimsuit competition for Miss America?
That's where you draw the line? Really?
And what's crazy to me is, listen, I think we're in a day and age where we all agree it's tough. It's tough to monitor. I'm concerned when I have kids.
Yeah.
With the internet, things just pop up. But in regards to Miss America, I don't think anyone here is under the false assumption that this has ever been anything other than scantily clad women being judged based on their looks. Who doesn't want to be empowered, learn leadership skills, and pay for college and be able to show the world who you are as a person from the inside of your soul, she added. Yeah.
Strip club ad?
We tune in for the Cornell scholarships. Okay. The entire point of Miss America, of beauty pageants, is to look at attractive ladies and be inspired by attractive ladies being attractive. Nobody watches a pageant for your beautiful souls. Kindly show us your breasts. That's the purpose. And by the way, they're in it's a
Well covered.
ish. I've seen a couple sarongs.
Not wearing
in there.
pasties or anything. I mean, come on.
I mean, here's one thing to me. Once you get past, the swimsuit, the idea of objectifying women, and if you buy into all of this, that's a problem with a beauty pageant, they're now getting rid of the evening gown portion as well. The Miss America organization will instead ask them to express their personal style in clothes they feel confident in. So Miss America is no longer going to have a bikini competition. They've done away with the evening gown competition, and it will no longer effectively be called Miss America. Really, it's just a one-way mirror in a TJ Maxx dressing room. That's what we're talking about at this point.
Gosh.
This is why people find this so absurd. Again, because you're removing the core element of the essence of Miss America is physical beauty. No, people shouldn't in life in general be solely judged on their physical attributes.
Right.
Of course not. It's nice for you to be intelligent.
This isn't a job interview.
It's nice. No, it's not a job. Well,
Or date.
As a matter of fact, it is. And the job interview is, I'm going to rate you on a scale to 10 on how good you look naked. Sorry, we've got a long list of applicants. Let's speed the process up. No longer judged on physical appearance because personality was the reason people been tuning in.
I think we can relate this back to education and how we are continuing to try to strive to...
Well, I think it's great that Americans are able to choose one or the other. We live in a land that you can choose same-sex marriage or opposite marriage.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
I think we better just skip to the portion.
Get her on Fox News tomorrow.
And bikini.
This is not going well. Swimsuit might be your last-ditch effort. So when Miss America was first created in 1921, it was actually what they called a bathing beauty review.
Huh. It's more accurate.
I didn't even know that was really a thing. But
Yeah.
you know what? That was just bathing suits. That's a nice way of saying
but it was
bathing suit
one-piece
competition.
suits.
So not the act of bathing.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they had people grooming and
I hope
checking
not.
for ticks. I have no idea. It was only later in, I think, 1935 that the
Yeah.
talent, we use the term loosely, was added. And in 1944, they switched from giving out furs and movie contracts as prizes to awarding scholarships. Like, oh, I can't wait to get my mink and that big picture deal. How about a degree to Brown? Oh, son of a bitch. That's how it started. It was a
Moving
bathing
goalposts.
review, and they gave out fur and movie contracts. And it's mostly been run by women historically, by the way.
Yeah.
This isn't a bunch of patriarchists who are sitting down going, how can we get the ladies to undress? Lenora S. Slaughter was,
Stop on an evening.
for example, the longest director was Lenora S. Slaughter from 1941 to 1967.
Yeah.
So by ditching the bathing suit review portion of the bathing suit review competition, they're eliminating the entire the core element of the competition. Here's the thing. I can understand, for example, why feminists would think it's wrong maybe to demand that WNBA players, for example, play in negligees.
Right, yeah.
Because they aren't paid to wear negligees. They're paid to play basketball. And if you want to watch Husky women play basketball at about a third the speed of college males with weaves littering the floor, the WNBA is the thing. It's right up your alley, okay? Would it be wrong, for example, to make WNBA players pose in Playboy? Yes, because that's not what they're paid to do. It's performance-based. Now, if one of them wants to pose for Sports Illustrated swimsuit, I have no problem with that.
It won't sell.
But I can understand why you would be upset when something is performance-based to force them to wear something that's scantily clad. Let's go with bodybuilding. It's like bodybuilding versus strongman, okay? We don't have any ill-conceived notions that bodybuilders are actually strong or judge anything other than looking a certain way. Many bodybuilders couldn't give you a run around the block.
Vanity is the goal.
It is the goal.
That's like telling them to put on a loose-fitting muumuu and go into the competition.
Exactly.
Doesn't really work.
And by the way, most of them would be outlifted by college football players. Watch, the bodybuilding community is going to be furious at this. No, I'm not saying you're not
Right.
strong, Mr. Anavar. Now, strong men, though, they have to perform. That's different. That's performance-based. The guy who lifts the most wins. So you don't have to oil yourself up in a thong for strong men. You just have to perform. Bodybuilding is different because you are entirely judged on the aesthetics. So a beauty pageant, the performance here is the bikini. It'd be like Arnold complaining, oh, so now I have to oil up my body and go out in the thong and do things to Joe Weider. Yes, you do. If you want another Atlas trophy,
Think about the future.
them's the breaks. Get to Joe Weider. Ah. So women,
Come on.
and here's something else too. Women are prettier than men.
Yes. That's easy.
That's why men have to perform. That's why men typically only watch women's beach volleyball at the Olympics and beauty pageants, okay? If we want to watch the best football, we're going to watch men play football. We want to watch the best hockey, we're going to watch men play hockey. If we want to watch the best basketball, we're going to watch the NBA. If we want to watch the best people who are pretty and are attractive and excite us, we're going to watch women.
Not that
That's
hard.
it. I mean, we don't care. We don't care if you can twirl a baton, tell us you're bilingual. It's put on the swimsuit, sweetheart. That's why we're tuning into this. By the way, a lot of women tune into this as well. Here's the thing. Do you have an idea of the amount of power that women have? This is a big thing. Men want to see women naked, okay? Regardless of where you line up more, like I've talked about waiting until I was married with my wife. So right now I've offended Christians because they think we're speaking too bluntly, and then we'll offend the secularists because we have moral values. But sex is something normal. Men are attracted to women. Men want to see women naked, okay? We want to see you naked. Well, okay, close second, a bikini. A bikini is a way for men to see women and for women to see other women and see the beauty of the feminine form without it being a violation of the FCC. That's why most wonderful art includes the female form. It is absolutely beautiful. A naked woman is a beautiful thing, and if you want to talk about toxic masculinity, shaming men for being attracted to naked women is wrong. Now, pornography is a whole other problem. We've had Gary Wilson on the show. We've talked about the dangers, the pitfalls of pornography and creating that neural pathway in your brain. I'm not supporting that at all. What I am saying is a problem is shaming men for wanting to see women in bikinis. So they say, okay, you know what? No bikinis. Men like seeing women naked, but we also like seeing women in nightgowns. We like when women we like when women dress up, when women put on makeup.
I like when you try.
We like when you try. Well, I don't want to wear a dressing gown. I refer you back to point A. Naked does. It's a crowd pleaser. It's just like the Boy Scouts. I want to remove it because it's offensive. Right? That's the core element. It's the Boy Scouts. Right? It's the Boy Scouts. I don't feel comfortable as the boys, but there's the Girl Scouts. Let's just do away with all the Scouts and make it just something else. But that was why it was created. It's a beauty pageant. Let's just do away with the beauty component. Can we make it a spelling bee? No! No, because you said opposite marriage. hordes of feminists support.
Yeah, right.
I find so funny they support strong women in the sex. You can watch documentaries right now on Netflix.
Yeah.
The sex worker is independent, and you have no right to judge. Take away the attractive lady on NBC in the bikini. The boys can't see the sequins. So that's a good point. One thing I don't get at all is how anyone, this is the issue, why it's so silly, can find this degrading, feel happy about its ban, while simultaneously supporting a slut walk or wearing a pussy hat. How do you justify that one? Let's get rid of the bikinis from all the television. All right, we'll just go with it. No evening gowns either. That is serious objectification. Go on down to Tompkins Square Park and look at them! Look at them while I walk! Look at them! I'm a slut and I walk! Look at them!
Hey, if you like this video, you can subscribe or click the bell. Oh my God!
Subscribe or hit the notification bell, which is right next to the subscription button, because subscriptions don't mean anything anymore. Or you can watch the late night show every single day at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub. You get this hand etched mug, all these other shows, and you can subscribe and watch it every day so we can keep doing this, because YouTube doesn't want to pay us. louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub. Subscribe, notification bell. Concussion. Someone call 911.